back, get out of the sauna, sweating pools of sweat because I can't cool down because in Florida it was actually cooler in the sauna than it was sitting outside. And I get a text from my Secret Service buddy, so what's next? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, dude, Biden just dropped out. I'm like, what what is going on? News cycle. Listen, man, I'm going to say this to you. Proving to you again, I love money. I'm a capitalist. I am not in this for the money. This is, you can make a bunch of coin having a news show when news breaks, right? Slow down. Slow down. We had President Trump nearly shot, a VP pick, the Secret Service director's testimony tomorrow. Biden drops out. I mean, this is 1968 all over again. Kamala Harris's people, I'm hearing from well-placed sources, are telling anyone who will listen, media, donors, activists, bureaucrats, congressmen, senators, governors, you come out against me, we're going to call you a racist. Take it to the bank, kids. Take it to the bank.
So Kamala Harris is now the presumptive nominee of the Democrat Party. And it's amazing and telling how quickly the media is willing to turn their back on Joseph Robinette Biden. He was the darling a couple weeks ago. These are transactional pieces in a Democrat mafia game to strangle, suffocate, and destroy the country. Who is running the country is a very important question right now. And we know who's running the country. The administrative state is running the country. The permanent bureaucracy, and that is who has always been running the country. Joe Biden has not been running the country for the last 3.5 years. And now Joe Biden is being lauded by the media as being some sort of hero, as being some sort of wonderful man that stepped aside. The reason why I think that there's something to this Vegas story, by the way, more and more regime reporters are emailing and texting us saying, you're onto something with this Vegas thing. They're all afraid to touch it. We are not afraid here on the Charlie Kirk Show. We leaned right into the story. We couldn't care less. All of these reporters are afraid, and they should be afraid, because you're going up against a empire that is willing to do very nasty and very sinister things. Joe Biden's brother says Biden's declining health was a key factor for why he is stepping down. Play cut 32.
Just had a brief conversation with Frank Biden, one of President Biden's two younger brothers, and here's what he told us. He said, I'm incredibly proud of my brother. Selfishly, I will have him back to enjoy whatever time we have left. He is a genuine hero. Country over self. It sounds corny in our cynical political environment, but he nor I are cynical. The goal remains the same: defeat Trump and continue the work that Joe has done. My hope is that our party rallies around this heroic act. We asked him whether he feels that his brother's overall health and vitality played a major role in this decision, and he says, in my humble opinion, absolutely.
Whatever time we have left, that's how you talk about when somebody has a stroke and they're not looking too good. Everybody in this audience knows this. You know this after COVID. You know this after Fauci, after Birx. You know this after the Ukraine war, after the open border. You know this after the 51 officials that signed the Hunter Biden laptop. You know that the president does not actually run the country under its current form. And that is why they're terrified of Donald Trump, is that he'll restore the constitutional order. They're terrified of Donald Trump and J.D. Vance because the form of the Constitution, the structure that has been handed down from Madison, Hamilton, and Jay, will then be put back into alignment. Instead, we're living under this historicist, progressive, Hegelian dynamic that has been around for 100 years, where the fourth branch of government, the administration of experts, call the shots. They just got rid of a sitting president. They have been able to work behind the scenes and overturn 14 million primary voters. And isn't it just something? Again, I'm not going to go too deep into this, but within 8 days, you have Trump get shot and nearly die within 2 centimeters, and then Joe Biden steps down. Now, I don't necessarily think those two things are related. However, somebody sent me this. The combined probability of an assassination attempt on the Republican president happened in 5 days before the RNC and an 81-year-old Democrat candidate for president dropping out of medical emergency, and the largest IT outage in history is 1 in 3.8 billion.
All these stories you're hearing out there, they're coming from Harris's camp. You come out against her, you're going to be called a racist. However, I stand by my reporting from a couple weeks ago. It's on my X feed and Truth feed. I actually sent it out again today. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no question Hillary's in the mix. Zero. Hillary Clinton wants this. She is in the mix. They would have to, however, convince Kamala Harris and the Biden delegates. Remember, this is an important part here. Joe Biden's pledged delegates. He has enough delegates to be the nominee. He doesn't want to be the nominee. But they handpick these people as delegates. They are loyal to the Biden-Harris ticket. They are probably not going to turn on Kamala. The only thing that can happen right here is where Kamala would voluntarily take a back seat to Hillary Clinton under the guise that the Democrats, remember, still believe she won in 2016 and got ripped off. I don't see that happening right now based on the current trajectory of events and the charges of racism already being bandied about and Kamala Harris's team playing ruthless politics. However, don't discount the fact Hillary Clinton could be the running mate in an all-female ticket, the vice president. I'm just throwing that out there.